Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, July the 13th. It's about 81 degrees. I am in Denver, Colorado, and just getting ready to start the Colorado Trail. I am officially at mile 0 with only about 500, give or take, to go. So I'll do some updates along the way. Today, I'm planning on doing just daily videos and then uploading them once I have internet connection. So stay tuned. I'll update you down the road. Thank you. Hello, everyone. It's about 11:30 and about 2.5 hours in at about 4.95 miles, so almost 5 miles in. Have about another mile or so to get to the end of the road walk before start up the single trail. And I guess it's a switchback climb at around mile 6 or so. So anyway, just wanted to make sure that you knew I am still here and doing well. Thanks a lot. Bye. Hey everyone, it's about 1:30 in the afternoon and mile 6.64, I'm sorry, 7.64 into the hike, and thought I'd do a quick check-in at about, I think it's 6,100 feet right now, and I've been lucky for the last hour. It's been really cloudy and overcast, so the sun finally went away. So anyway, almost out of water, hoping to stop up here in a little ways at Bear Creek and restock on water. So I'll check in a little bit later. Hey everyone, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and just past Lenny's Rest at the top of one of the mountains and descending now down to Bear Creek. Unfortunately, I only brought 1 liter on segment, or on the initially, because everyone said that don't really need to carry a lot of water because you'll be plenty of water, but I've had to kind of drink sparingly, which has been hard with 1 liter. I'm almost out. I have been for a while, but almost down to Bear Creek. Be able to fill up a couple liters of water down there. And about almost 8.5 miles into it. Still not sure how far I'll go today. I'd love to make it to the end of segment 1, which is around 16 miles. But we'll see. The first 8 miles here up the switchbacks has been kind of brutal, so legs are getting a little bit heavy, but we'll see. Just on a downhill section right now, so smooth sailing. So I'll check in a little bit later. Bye-bye. Good afternoon. Wanted to take a minute and do a shout out to my nephew Matt, who was my trail angel this morning. Matt volunteered to pick me up at Hertz drop-off location and drop me at the trailhead. Unfortunately, after he dropped me off and left, I realized that my water bottle was in his back seat, and it's actually the only one I had filled. So Matt was about 15 minutes away. So he came back and dropped off my water bottle. So thank you very much, Matt. I appreciate it. And I'm going to owe you and Katie dinner when I get back to Denver. Thanks again. Hello. thought I'd do a quick check-in. It is about 10.5 miles, I think, into the hike. It's about 3:40 something in the afternoon, but I thought I'd show you a little bit about what this trail looks like. Oh, man, it is kicking my butt. I think we've been going uphill now for about 13 miles ever since we left the trailhead, but some a little worse than other ones. But it was about, I think I have about 3 more miles to the top here, and I'm going to be taking a nice rest. Well, a little after 11 or so miles in, of course, it's going to give us a thunderstorm. It's gotten very dark out and lots of thunder. So I have a feeling it's going to rain. Go on ahead and put my rain gear on and put the cover on the pack so I'm prepared. And just try to make it up to towards the top of the ridge. I definitely don't want to go all the way up if it's going to be lightning, but get as close up the ridge I can. So anyway, I'll check in a little bit later. Hello, thought I would check in. Finally started raining here. I'm about 1.7 miles to the high point today, which is about 74.95, something like that, so almost 7,500 feet. I think earlier I said that we had climbed for 13 miles when we'd only really hiked 10.5, and I think I blame that on the lack of oxygen. I think that it was about 13 miles to this high point from the start today. So it will have been about a 13-mile climb for most part of the day. And then from there, it's straight downhill for 3 or 4 miles, and that will actually be the end of segment 1. So I think I feel really good right now, so I think what I'll try to do is to go ahead and push it and go ahead and finish the first segment, which is 16.5 or something like that, and then camp somewhere around that trailhead, and that'll set me up nicely for tomorrow's hike on segment 2. So I'll check in a little later. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, it's about 5:30 p.m. It's about 12.7 miles into the hike, and just made it to the high point for the day, which is about 74.97. So that's pretty good. And I want to try to bring you views along the trail. So here's the high point of today, and or highest elevation for today, and here's kind of the reward and the view that you get to see at the top of it here. So it's about 5:30. Still have a few hours before dark, so I think I'm only about maybe 3 or 4 miles to the beginning of segment 2. So I think I'm going to go ahead, and I think most of it is downhill, so I'm going to go ahead and try to make it to the end of this segment, and it should be in around 16 or so miles, 16.5 miles. So check it a little later. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, it's about 6:08 p.m. and I'm at I have no idea how much. I think around maybe 14 or so. Just working my way down from that high pass down to the end of segment 1, and I think I need to find a campsite shortly before I get there. But I want to do a shout out real quick to a couple that I met this morning. Bill that lives in Castle Rock, and Linda that lives in Vermont. Linda's down visiting Bill, and they walked with me for about first 4 miles or so this morning. Bill's done the Colorado Trail multiple times, and planning on going back again at the age of 70, and through hike it again. And then I hiked with another gentleman, Chris from Albuquerque, and we walked about the first 10 miles or so together. He was taking a break, and I was going to wait at the top of the high point, but we got that thunderstorm, so he may have decided to pitch a tent and set up camp early. So I'm sure I will run into him either later tonight if he didn't, or tomorrow sometime. So anyway, I'll check in a little bit later. Bye-bye. Well, that didn't take long. I told you I'd check in later, and I walked around the corner, and this is what was waiting. Unbelievable view from up here. but I thought I would stop and record this, show you what some of the views here look like before I get down a little bit lower and won't be able to see this. See you later. Well, good evening, everyone. This is the end of day one on the Colorado Trail. I just got to camp. It's about 16.3 miles, something like that. A very, very, very long day, very difficult day, probably the hardest hiking that I've ever done. But I've got camp set up, and there's a few people around here, and right at the end of segment one, so tomorrow morning we'll be able to start segment two and continue. And I'm not sure, I forgot to look, I'm not sure how long segment two is, but I think it's fairly short, maybe 12 miles or something like that. But at any rate, I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.